Because raise your hand if you know somebody that sells Plexus.
Plexus?
Plexus.
What's that?
It's a health and wellness network marketing. Plexus. Okay. Well, I thought it was widespread, but maybe not. Anyway, everybody and their brother I know sells Plexus. And it's kind of like when I showed y'all what Shauna was doing with Pampered Chef.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great way to show people that you can use Pagewheel for network marketing. And then it would help us market Pagewheel even better. Because when you can use Pagewheel for network marketing and show them that they can build their email list faster, you know, have free downloads and things like that. So I just put it in the chat. She did a download your 3-day Plexus sample challenge and kickstart real results. And so it brings them back to her Plexus link, just like Shauna did when Shauna preloaded a shopping cart for Pampered Chef, and she was giving people sourdough tips. And then, hey, if you want to do sourdough, click here for all your supplies, and it dumped them directly into a preloaded Pampered Chef cart. So those are just amazing ways that you can use Pagewheel, which of course would, you know, all of us want to have more money coming in. So aside from even selling our own things, when we market Pagewheel, yes, and Shauna was including affiliate links to Pampered Chef Bakeware in a preloaded cart in conjunction with her so she sells sourdough baking classes. Then she would also preload a Pampered Chef cart, and then if something wasn't sold from Pampered Chef, she would send their affiliate link in the download. It was crazy. I mean, it's just such a good way to do it because and I know that there's several ways with Pagewheel. Like if you're marketing Pagewheel straight through first promoter, you earn 30%. My Skool community, just the community itself pays 40%. So theoretically, you could even direct them through there and they could still get Pagewheel and you'd earn 40% from Skool. There's just so many different ways to do this. So anyway, just thought everybody would like to see how they were doing Plexus. Because you could translate that to anything else. It could be Mary Kay, it could be Tupperware, it could be, gosh, there's 40 bajillion network marketing companies.
Very nice.
I just thrown in the chat here. Since you mentioned Pagewheel right now through your account settings, the affiliate program is in its original setup with First Promoter. It's also available on Digistore 24, and in the future, we're going to move everything over there. So if you haven't and you want to, just go to Digistore 24, and then you don't have to deal with moving platforms as an affiliate.
How do we find it on Digistore 24?
Just search Pagewheel.
I'm logging in right now.
Yeah, I say that, and then let's see if it actually shows up.
Okay, so child account, you get 40%, and affiliate, you get 30%.
No. If you are on the enterprise level and you sell someone a child account, you earn 100%.
Oh,
because you own that child account.
Oh,
what I'm saying to people is like Gina and other people that aren't on the enterprise level and they don't have 10 accounts to sell.
Mm-hmm.
They can just market Pagewheel through either the regular Pagewheel promotion, or if they market it through me, then we both make money.
Okay, got it.
So like you're an enterprise level, you bet. So if you did something like Skool or something like that, then when made money off of marketing Pagewheel, and so would you.
Oh, okay. Oh, got it.
Okay.
Yes, Gina, you go through Skool.
Woohoo. Okay, so we're just rolling with Q&A questions. Rachel's going to be on today again with her noon to 2, with her goal to get 100 products onto Digistore 24 from Pagewheel users. So if you're Gina's going to get a recipe book on there.
Yay.
I see.
So if you type in
them.
Pagewheel on Digistore 24, 3 things come up, and they're all from the user SEB Pagewheel. So it's
I
Saba.
see that. And I also see for me, there's 0 for every digital product. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'll get you guys. Does anybody need the link?
No, because I mean,
Okay.
they
If
might,
you
but
I
I would
you
prefer people go through one of us that has, enterprise
Yeah,
accounts, just because
enterprise
then we both make money.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just report that bug, but it's not going to affect you guys doing that stuff.
Yeah,
It's a Store 24 thing, and sometimes
right.
okay, and that's helpful. Thank you.
Oh, for sure. Like Deanna and Gail Marie and Lala and Gina, they're all through me. So if they want to market Pagewheel and make money, they're actually going to make more money if they send people to my Skool community, and they're going to earn 40%.
Yep.
So
Okay.
Lala's got her hand up.
Lala's got her hand up.
Help.
Oh no! What happened?
Janine, I don't know why all of my products have problems, but I cannot get Pagewheel to be nice to me. I worked my butt off to get my
Okay.
course together for Rachel today. But I can't finish my workbook. It will not allow me to upload. It will not allow me to add pages. It's the craziest thing. It's always me. Why? Am I corrupted?
Right, no. Well, here's the thing. And it's not happening to everybody with this account status, but Rachel and I were like, you in particular, it's like, why is this still happening? And we suspect that it may be a deep, dark bug that's specifically related to founder accounts, because those were our original ones. So we were wondering if we need to just create a new account, start fresh, move your stuff over, and just, because this is, I feel your pain, and you're always at the top of my mind while we're talking about this. So that's something how do you feel if we just do that? And I can help you, like move stuff over. Would you be okay if we set up another account for you?
Totally.
Okay.
If it makes it work,
yeah.
it would be
I
great.
think, yeah, it's just like whatever it is, we can't find it, but there seem to be like 3 people that have recurring issues like this, and they're all founders. So we think
Interesting.
just
Very interesting.
yeah. So I'm sorry it's taken this long, but I think starting fresh would be the best answer.
Okay.
So
Definitely, because I'm on a roll with making digital products now, but I can't finish them.
yeah. Okay. So are you going to be on the call with Rachel this afternoon?
Yeah, because
Okay.
my course is ready.
Right. Okay.
Yay. And
Okay.
I'm proud of it too. All
Good.
right, Lala.
Good. Okay, so then when we're on that call, we'll just talk to her about this, and I'm on that call too, but when it's over, then that can be my number 1 mission for the rest of the day, is getting your other accounts set up and stuff moved over. And might need a little Rachel or developer assistant on the links for like your existing, your event thing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or not if it's a new date, but like we'll just regroup on your account if that's okay.
Yep.
And how we can go about doing like which products are live that we need to be careful with, and which ones do I just need to grab your digital products and move over and get set up for you.
Okay.
So okay,
Great.
yeah,
Thank you.
I'm so sorry about how that's going.
I'm like, you don't like me. It's
I don't know
just
what it
all
is,
right.
Laura. I mean, I didn't even know you, but I decided I didn't like you. No, I'm kidding. But no, I will be your designated helper for getting your account set up so you can spend your time on your products and we can get this straightened out for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sure. I'm your helper. Everybody said that's my job, keeping everybody from getting stuck. So, all right. Is anybody else particularly stuck on anything? Gina?
it's not about being stuck, but I do have a question, and it doesn't relate to the cookbook.
That's okay. Throw it out there. What you got?
So is there any way on Pagewheel to create a kind of jot form? So a lot of the people I've noticed that are in Melaleuca use these jot forms, which I don't know that much about in and of itself either. But
What
is
do they
there any
for what? To collect what?
I mean,
Do you want me to jump in,
Yeah,
Gina?
that's the right question. Is
yeah,
what
please.
are you trying to
Okay.
do?
So I'm working with Gina, and we were working on starting Pinterest, and we were searching for Melaleuca people on Pinterest to figure out what they're doing and how they're connecting people back to them versus just like the Melaleuca website. And what most, I mean, probably 3 or 4 that we clicked on out of 10 maybe, their link went to a JotForm, which I know you could also do in Google Forms. And they were basically collecting information. So then you could then reach out to them. Like talking, I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but like, are you looking for better products for your cleaning? Are you looking for health and wellness, like the weight loss program? Like basically they laid out a lot of the things that are Melaleuca's known for and said what brought you here, sort of thing. So the thing we thought about Pagewheel is that it's a lot prettier than just a Google form would be, and it would make it stand out a little bit more if people are just randomly clicking through. But we weren't sure if there was a way to actually do that because we're not delivering a product.
Right. And right now it's like the fields that are on the opt-in form are the only information. It's not customizable, right? And
That's what I was thinking.
But here's a couple things I would throw at you before going down that path, right? Is first of all, is generally the more the person, it like that becomes a barrier, right? The more information and clicks and stuff like that. But with Melaleuca, you have the unique ability to ask your upline of, is this effective or is it not? Like, what is the drop-off rate between that form and the sale, right? Or is it filtering people out, but in the long run, the people that do it are better customers? You know, like, is this actually helpful, or does it look cool, but you don't have insight to any of the data behind it? So, but you have an upline, and if they don't directly do it, ask them if there's anybody you can talk to that's actually using it, that actually has data on it, because people telling your opinion is no more helpful than just looking at it, right? You're looking for someone who can tell you the equivalent of, I have a 1.47% open rate on my emails, right? They're tracking their data and they know what they're getting, right? Or, you know, and then when they open it, I have a whatever click-through rate to my JotForm, and then I have a whatever finish rate on my JotForm. If they can't give you that level of data, it doesn't mean it doesn't work. It's just the question here is, and especially when you're starting out, Gina, is this could be a rabbit hole, right? It's like, this is added another to-do task list before you're getting a product out and selling. And you really need to look at that MVP, that minimal, what is the least amount of stuff I need to do to get a product published that I can start promoting. And then then in the meantime, you can be like, oh, when I have that 15 minutes somewhere else, then I can, send an email to my upline and ask about this, because you can always add this, right? You'll figure out how, in fact, this may be the answer that just came to my head. Inside of Pagewheel, when you add a section, there is a section for custom code, and JotForm probably has embed code that you could grab and plug in there. And Deanna knows what I'm talking about. So But before I go down that route, is it even worth your time? And if your product's not live, the answer is no. It's not worth your time. You need to get your product live. And then after that, it's like, it's the question every day should be, what is going to move the needle the most? So where that falls, I don't know. It depends on the channels you're promoting on and the outreach you're doing, or digital source or whatever,
That was one of the things that we were just kind of brainstorming, like how could we easily be using Pinterest? And it was like, I can do the behind the scenes work for her very easily, but how do we get people connected to something that Gina's actually on the other side of? Because if we're sending them to their website, like there's just a lot of things that we have a lot of ideas, but how do we get people actually connected to her? Because we're not connecting to a blog. We're not connecting to, like a personalized website of some sort. And the thing that kept coming up was all of these people were asking, like the click-through link was fill out this form. And I was like,
but you still have to drive the traffic there.
Yeah.
And so that's like, first you need to get your thing live, and then you need to start finding your audience and driving traffic. Right.
So
and the thing with Pinterest is my first true love on social media. And, I love it, but it is also the long, slow burn game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're trying to turn sales fast, which is important for morale, you need to make some sales, and B, any couple sales starts covering your overhead, right? For doing the JotForm or the whatever, as you find out what works, or even just your time, because you haven't been paying yourself yet, right? So Pinterest, as much as I love it, that wouldn't be my first go-to for quick sales in anything, just because the nature of it. But I would definitely have it on my list for when, depending on what my product and audience is. If it's a Pinterest happy thing, I would totally have it pretty high on my list for when can I add this, right? But it wouldn't be my first go-to. And that's, again, it's like, I don't know what kind of support Melaleuca provides. It's like, but anywhere you can not, sometimes there are groups that have a lot of people in it, but it's the dumb leading the blind, right? It's like, you want the actual people who have the actual knowledge and are willing to point you in the right direction. And also sometimes, like your upline, if they can't answer your questions, if they can't answer a question like that, ask them, hey, it's like, hey, well, if I do some research on this, do you want to get together and blah, blah, blah? And you can kind of lead the leader that way by feeding them what you find out. And every time you talk to them, be like, well, hey, is there somebody you can ask about this? and gently lead them to help you get the information. Because, sometimes just because they're your upline doesn't mean they know more, or it's like, especially, with MLM, because who knows if that person focused on product sales or team building, right? And if they focused on team building, they're not going to be very strong in product sales. And so you can work together or ask them to help you find somebody who has that. So, it's like, if you get frustrated, it's like, don't stop. Just keep trying to get to that. Keep asking to get for that person. The care is like, is there someone you can point me to? Same thing in groups. Is there someone who can help me with this? And when you're talking to them, make sure they're giving you the clues that they know what they're talking about, in that they can talk about their stats. There are a lot of people that get into the groups of something and find their comfort zone in answering questions in the group, and they're not applying it to their business, and they're not doing the things they become, and it's like, no wonder they're so active on the group. That's, it's very satisfying,
Because they're not making any money.
Right.
I did notice that a lot of them are using the JotForms. After we were in Pinterest, I started looking. at what a bunch of higher team leaders are using, and they are all using those JotForms, especially with like the R3 program, the weight loss program. Even in her stories, like she uses them all the time.
Well,
Click here for more information.
Yeah. I just want to tell my life experiences. I don't inherently trust anybody at any level of authority unless they can prove it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't ask her for stats, but I know that she's doing really well, and she has built practically her entire Melaleuca business on the R3 program because she's lost 93 pounds with it. So, and that's what she uses. I mean, I can ask her stats. It's just that I didn't really want to use that. I'd rather use Pagewheel. That was our question.
But I'm wondering, do they use JotForms because that's the cheapest, least barrier to entry to gather information?
Yeah, are they using it because they don't have a Pagewheel opt-in form? Oh, but Deanna was saying they're asking additional information.
Yeah, and that was my thought, Janine, was we can't add fields anywhere in Pagewheel.
Yes.
We would we'd still have to direct them off Pagewheel to something else to get more than just their name, their email, and maybe their phone number.
Just a quick Google search of does JotForm use an embed code? It's saying yes. So
that means we could take
we can figure it out, Gina.
Let me show you guys because so remember that Pagewheel is not an email service provider, but we send that delivery email. All of how all of the email service providers have like custom landing forms and stuff you can build, and then it gives you a little code for it. I can't think of a use. This is like the use case, but hold on, let me show you what I'm talking about. So just in Pagewheel, since we're recording, so we can demonstrate this. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So when you're creating something, let's let this load. I don't even know what that is. Oh, I was testing courses, so we don't want a course. Speaking of, one of the updates coming up is tabs for courses versus digital products and stuff, so we won't have this problem in the future. I'm trying to show you guys something on a sales page for a product, not a course. But just say, so here we are in a sales page, and it has an opt-in form, but I want to add more info. It probably wouldn't even go on the sales page, right? Because we want them to give us this information and sign up to get started. I'm just talking through this. It may not fit your scenario, but in my head, I'm like, I don't want to give them double forms with double buttons. That's not going to work.
So I could really just use this, and in that blurb of paragraph up, I'm pointing to my screen for you to scroll. That little blurb of paragraph that was above that, that's editable to whatever I want, right?
Well, what I'm saying is, so from how users operate on web pages, is we only want one action to occur on this page. We're giving them different places to take that action, but like all these buttons go down to this form. And then the only thing this button does is grab their information and advance them to the delivery page. And on the delivery page is where we would say, whatever it is you give them. Remember how we have this community thing to encourage them to join because that's, Rachel built and helped over 300 people build 7-figure businesses organically using Facebook. That's why we have this section on here. But for you, when you're like, that's not where I want to steer them, if they're enthusiastic and want to jump in on more, then I'm going to instead, first I'm going to give them, the receipt or the reminder, or check your spam folder in your email, the next steps. But then one of those steps would be, tell me more, let me help you, let me be your guided shopper. Let me help you find what you're really interested. And you add a new section and you go down, it's down here in other. And in other, if you scroll down, it says custom HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then where did I search that? Does JotForm use embed code? So JotForm says yes. It uses JavaScript, iframe, and full source code. It has JavaScript, so you would go there, build your form, and somewhere when you finish your form, it's going to say, grab your code and give you options. And one of them is going to be JavaScript. So what you do is in Pagewheel, select this form, and it looks like almost nothing because it's just a placeholder that when you click on it, now that code that you copied from JotForm, you're going to paste in here and then click save. And so whatever you built in over there is going to appear here. And Deanna totally knows how to do this. But just for the sake of recording this, for you guys, that's how it works. So this custom element it's like you can do anything you want as long as it's in HTML or CSS or JavaScript. You can put it in there, and JavaScript is like the most common code for this. So I pretty much if you guys are ever doing anything extra special, like I said, like from your email service providers, some kind of unique thing, they have embed code, and that's how you would throw it in there. But that being said, again, it's like, this is cool. It's fun to learn a new feature of Pagewheel, but is this the best next thing you should be doing for your business, right? Yep.
Thank you.
Sure. So,
Shannon had a question.
who had a question? Shannon had a question. Hey, Shannon.
Hi, everyone. Just a quick question. I do have video courses. I did get the updated text over the video when it starts. But my question is, when going into edit, I was wondering, am I able to add text to the video lesson, or would the text erase the video? Because I know it gives me two when I'm uploading, either a URL link or either text. So I was just curious.
Oh, that's an interesting question. Yeah, so that text is meant to serve as your core course content.
Okay.
If you're doing text version, not video. Underneath the video, there's a place where you can put files for your students to download. So you can show the video, but still give them a workbook or give them, whatever Canva templates or what if you want to give them along with your video.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Sure. All right. Does anybody else have a question? Brenda, how's it going with your project?
I'm still working on the 15 because I wanted to, I'm still working on it. I'm hoping to have something by tomorrow.
Awesome. That is awesome. All right. So does anybody else have any questions? Now, the Friday, if you were here, I talked about, we had some poor quality output with AI onto the sales pages and the email deliveries, and that has been fixed. So you should see a lot better sales pages produced now, and the email delivery and that weird duplicate copy and stuff has been fixed. And we're just still moving along with other stuff. I would just encourage you guys, again, it's like we'll get just one product, just get it done. If you need help, get help. Come to the noon call with Rachel and just do one more step. We're just doing it
Yeah,
live.
that's 30 minutes from now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to put, does anybody need the link to that?
Yeah.
It's
If
the
you- if
It's
you-
the same link every time.
The link
Okay,
is in my school calendar too,
Oh,
y'all.
in that case, no, I don't need it.
well, I'll just. put
Well,
it
not
there.
everybody's in school, so
Oh,
Hold on a second. Go find it. So I have to scroll back further every time I need to put in a better spot. Okay, here it
for
is.
those following the renovation saga, it is almost finished.
Woo!
Possibly this week. Kind of
Never
over
in
it
the
at this
history
point.
of a renovation project has it happened on time or
I
under.
know. It's kind of lost its magic a little bit. I'm so excited.
Instead of a celebration, it's just relief. And can I get
I'm
on?
like, just come on.
Yeah.
Paint over it at this point. Just it's okay.
All right. So let's call it. Office hours is over and you have 28 minutes to do as much as you can until Rachel comes online.
Woohoo!
Ready,
Thank
set,
you.
go.
Bye, ladies.
Go!
You guys. Oh, I
Oops,
forgot
sorry,
to stop.
I didn't get
recording.
off.
I forgot to stop, so we'll see if I didn't just.
Oh, the recording. I know I do that all the time.
It needs to auto stop.